Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to another video on the Fabulous channel. Hope you guys are doing well on this Easter weekend. As you can see, I'm feeling the colorfulness of the weekend. So happy Easter to all of those of you around the world. And today we're going to have a video about Flesh and Blood, obviously, with the FaB 2.0 article by James White that just came out. We have a lot to talk about and to digest. Well, actually, today I'm just going to talk about a few of those points that he mentioned and get back to the rest maybe in future videos. I just wanted to mention also that I have received recently from Legend Story Studios some new products that will be coming out at the end of April. As you can see here, we have chain art sleeves. These right now, Flesh and Blood is now formally part of Dragon Shield family. We have a chain, actually a little note they sent me over here was, hope you are well. Here's a little something for you to enjoy. They will be available end of April. Have fun shuffling in style. So what I will do, I opened one of these actually. I opened the Prism pack over here, and just to show you what they look like in the Flesh and Blood. Here we go. So I'm probably going to keep my Prism here for my Prism deck, and I will send out to you. I like to pass things forward, as we often say. So I showed you chain. We also have Old Him over here. So Dragon Shield sleeves, and also Lexi. So there you go. What I will do is that next time we have a box openings or case openings, well, whoever decided to participate, I will be drawing these amongst those of you who are willing to be part of the play of the game, and I'll send those to you as gifts for the winners that amongst you. All right, so before I get on to talking about some more Flesh and Blood, just on a little bit of a personal note here, yes, I did try to get away with it, but yours truly is actually COVID positive right now. I am on day 6, feeling really fine. I've just had 2 or 3 days of, little minor symptoms, but feeling fine, but still testing positive. So not able to get onto my next trip. However, and this is where I caught it, just telling you about the last, I told you I had like 9 book fairs to go to in the next year. The first one was in Quebec City last weekend, so a 5-day book fair where I got to talking to about 1,000 people, and we did sell 513 of those books. So Tome 3 already being a bestseller, that is great, but as you can see, talked to a lot of people, and that is where I got my COVID, no doubt about that. And one other thing, this is pretty special, all right? We had a casing here, like a kit. It's the La Série Complète, the complete series of all 3 books of La Justicière. And as you can see, they're inserted and packaged in this little box here. And it was quite incredible for me to take a delivery of this last week when I finally got them. 250 of these were produced just for the book fairs as a special collector's item. And to have and hold this in my hand, knowing that I spent thousands of hours on each of these books, and to say that in my hand I'm holding so many hours of work, it was kind of special for me. Anyway, so there we go. Enough with that. Let's get to more Flesh and Blood. All right, so what James White produced last week in his article, FaB 2.0, one of the most important aspects of that, I think, is something I've been waiting for and asking for. Well, actually, they went a little further. You will recall that I was hoping they would do away with unlimited version of sets. Well, they have. You will now have, by the way, as of next set, which is June 24th, that it will be launched. It is called Uprising. So as of the next set, Uprising, we will no longer have unlimited. We will just have the name of the set, just like I wanted. However, I was wondering how they would deal with the aspect of first edition, because I was calling still for first edition because I wanted to have those cold foils and special cards or chase cards that we go after. So they solved that. There was always the problem that needed to be dealt with of hoarding at the beginning and prices and so on and so forth. So what they did to solve that, as they also eliminated first edition. So there's no such thing anymore as first edition or unlimited. It's just the name of the set. And basically, that is what I was hoping for. And so we got it, just the name of the set. So what they did decide, though, is that we would still have access, and that's the genius of all this, is that we do still have access to those cold foils and so on. We'll have now in the set both the rainbow foils and the cold foils with different rarities, obviously. And they've also announced that it would be 3 times more difficult to pick up a cold foil version of the legendaries, for example. Same thing will happen with the fables. We do know, we don't know the pull rates of the fables, but for legendaries, in terms of cold foil, it will be, I think now, 1 out of every 9.33 boxes, something like that for the cold foil, and for the rainbow foil version of that legendary, 1 per 3.3 boxes. So every case you should get a rainbow foil version of the legendaries, but you will need to have open 2+ cases to get the cold foil version. And you can go see that article. You will have the breakdowns. The article is FAB on FABTCG.com, obviously, the website of Legend Story Studios, and you can see all those changes that have been made. So I really like that. That is really fabulous. That's what I was hoping for. Now we're going to solve all problems with respect to First Edition Unlimited, and we will still have all our cold foils available to us in those special cards, and apparently there's some surprises coming too. So as I was saying, eventually people do not worry when something needs to be fixed. Legend Story Studios will fix it. You can be sure of that. James White has devoted the last 10 years of his life, if not more, on this game, along with his team. So you can be sure that everything is taken very seriously, and things are all done in a manner that will favor the long-term viability of Flesh and Blood. So that's why you need not be worried. As players, as collectors, as investors, our Flesh and Blood is here to stay. All right, so that being said, let me talk to you about another aspect of something else that was announced in 2.0, and that is the availability from now on, also starting, I believe, in either May 6th or was it July 1st? Anyway, they are coming out now with the game to make it more internationalized, with the game in 4 more languages, of which you will find the German version, the French version, and the Italian version. I forget the last thing, the other language, but anyway, so that is coming out. So now we will have Flesh and Blood in 5 languages, including the English, obviously, version, the original. And because they want also to make sure that people in those original languages have access to the cards that have come out in the past, there will be this one-time production of a black label series in each of those languages for cards that were available in Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, Crucible of War. And they are also doing that with white border versions called history packs. All of this that I'm just mentioning here to you will get back in detail in an upcoming video, because that necessitates a whole video in itself to talk about all those cards and that historical pack aspect that's coming out. I personally think that the white bordered cards, I don't know if I like them or not, but they are necessary to differentiate between what was already published or printed in the past and what's coming, and that version. So anyway, we'll get to that in another video. The last aspect before we go here that I didn't want to make today a 20-minute video. Last aspect, I want to talk to you a little bit about the downtoning of the, no, not that, that's a wrong word, competitive play. That's not what I want to say. I want to say that they are looking towards making social play, and how can I say, people that are new into the game, make it easier and easier for them to, join Flesh and Blood. That's one of the aspects of Flesh and Blood at the beginning, 2.5 years ago, that, well, I got in 1.5 years ago, but that I was most concerned about. People, if you are into already into, for example, Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or other TCGs, Flesh and Blood is not that difficult to get into. However, if you are a casual player, just getting into the game, or in TCGs in general, Flesh and Blood, I thought at the time, was not such an easy game, all right? So now they are really wanting to, yes, maintain the competitive play, but also going towards also spending time to make sure that they will attract casual social players and so on and so forth. The best example of that is the Classics battles that just come out. So we've seen, what was it, Dorinthia against versus Rhinar. So that is the first aspect of all that, and that is a great way for casual play, getting new players into the game, and so on and so forth. So they're going to be spending time on that, and that is what I think is a great decision that they are making at Legend Store Studios with respect to that. Now, before we go, I just wanted to mention, I didn't forget, this time we have, I asked you guys to comment below about each and every video, and now last one I selected someone to win a card, so I will send to the winner, who is John Kim, for his beautiful comment in the last video that I produced, and he took the time to explain a few things there, and I think that is worth the prize that comes with it. So we have a extended art rainbow foil coming to you, John. You are a winner. I'll just need your address and I'll stick that in an envelope, send it to you as soon as possible. And I think it is a herald of protection that you will be getting as an extended art rainbow foil. All right, so anyway, you guys, make sure you keep commenting. Let me know what you think about what was announced by James White in this FaB 2.0 version. We'll get back to other aspects of that in upcoming videos, as I said. But for now, I hope you guys are all well. You keep yourself safe, and you will help the others around you stay safe. Until our next video, farewell. See you soon. Bye-bye.